Here's a mess. Can't believe I picked this up. I can't really believe that it was still there when I went to go pick this up. You can see what I paid for it. Probably about $219 too much. Considering what it is. This thing is incredibly cheap. I don't know if the video really does it justice just how cheap it is. But this thing weighs basically nothing. I wonder if that would have been for like an eSATA port. Kind of an interesting thing to put on a case like this, but I don't know. It's in decent condition overall. Obviously it's not perfect or anything like that, and wait till we take the cover off of this, because it's going to be interesting. Take a look at the back. This is invariably a cheap, crappy power supply. Cheap, crappy tinfoil metal. And that I/O plate arrangement is a dead giveaway that this is a BioStar motherboard. Which, I mean, they're a cut above things like PC chips, but not much of a cut above. But the only thing that's really worth anything on this is this wireless card. It's got all thumb screws in the back, which is kind of interesting. Now, watch what happens when we take this off. This is quite nasty. And before I really do anything with this, I'm going to be blowing this thing out with the air compressor. We'll go and we'll take those off. We'll take the cover off to reveal... Yeah. Alright, so what is this? Other than a complete disaster. And look at that. Wow. I'm surprised that heatsink even works at all. Looks like a G31-M7TE from BioStar. G31, that's pretty old. What is that? Amp. 2 gigabytes of RAM. But there's only one module. So, again, signs of being cheap. That is a SATA optical drive. That's pretty nice. Who makes this? Wow. Look at that carpet. Who makes this power supply? Let's see if we can figure that out. It'll probably fall over in on itself. Orion. Yeah. That is complete crap, but I think before I go too much further on this, I will go ahead and get the air compressor and clean this out. It does work. It was powered on in the thrift store. So, my hard drive, it is actually a 1 terabyte Western Digital hard drive. I know it's only a caviar green, and I know some people don't really like those. I'm not the world's biggest fan of them, but still, 1 terabyte hard drive is probably worth alone the cost of admission. So I'm going to go ahead and get the air compressor fired up, and we'll go ahead and clean this thing out. I don't really understand how people let computers get this bad, because you'd think that it would be suffering from thermal issues long before it would come to this, but I guess it just goes to show you that people really do not take care of their stuff. So let's see what kind of an awful dust cloud this is going to make. I'm sure it's going to be, well, awful. Yep, I think that's the worst, and I have seen it in a long time. Wow. It's like a million times better already. I think you'll agree that while not perfect, it's several billion times better than it was. I mean, look at that. You can actually see the heatsink. Wow. There's a little bit of fuzz still in that power supply, but I don't intend on keeping this case. And no, you can't buy, trade for, or have it, so don't even ask. Yeah, I think it's time that we give this thing a power test, see what it can do. Like I said, it worked in the thrift store, but I didn't take a too careful look at it. All I know is that it's running Windows 7, so I'm going to go ahead and empty the air compressor and get this thing set up on the bench area and figure out what's going on with it. Well, there it is, all set up, ready to go here. You can kind of see what we've got going on. The good news is that this has onboard video, so that's kind of nice. There's no need for a video card or anything like that that I'm missing. There's some dirt on the back of that I/O plate, but check this out. Look at how loose that is. That's the hallmark of a cheap, crappy power supply right there. I don't even know how something like that happens. That's supposed to be a standard size. Hope it doesn't blow up. I would really prefer it if it didn't do that, but let's see what happens. Well, it hasn't gone poof yet. Just made a noise I didn't like, but there it is. Beep. Heart rate monitor. There it goes into Windows, but I'm going to skip that for the time being. I want to go into setup. Alright, so there's your BIOS release. 2 gigs of RAM. Date and time is actually correct. So that's good. Thinks it's got a floppy, but it doesn't. IG31C-M7S. I don't know what that means. IDE configuration. This is SATA. It's enhanced mode. Neat. Here's your hard drive. Again, normal stuff here. CPU is a Core 2 Quad Q8300. Huh. So that's actually not all that bad. Hardware health configuration. Yeah, I'm sure it's running a lot better now. There's your voltages. The 5 volts a little low. That smearing, I think, is a problem with this monitor or this cable that I'm trying to use. It's not a problem with the computer itself, because it's done that on a whole bunch of different machines. I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but where's my mouse? Here's my mouse. It is working. Please wait. Well, I don't know who Kate is, but I guess I've got their computer. Windows 7 Ultimate. Huh. Does that have a password? Ah. Of course it's got a password. Alright. We'll try the guest account first and see what happens. This is probably what it was logged in with. I'm telling you something, I do not miss the days of mechanical hard drives for booting. I'm sure there's all manner of I don't know what on here. Iris OCR, HP, so this is probably hooked up to like an HP scanner or something. Or maybe a printer. An all-in-one printer. Tax Freeway 2011. I asked you to scroll. I don't know what that is, but looks like that got a little messed up. They tried a whole bunch of different tax programs, apparently. File Viewer Lite. Yeah, it just looks like the normal stuff there. Whatever that is gone. Magic ISO. Multiplayer Monopoly Online. Yeah, lots of different tax programs, though. Boy howdy, I hope there's none of that on here, because I don't need any of that stuff. There's your your Windows Experience Index performance scores. Not the worst, but not all that great either. I think my netbook actually gets a higher score than that. You must restart your computer. I don't think I will. Yeah, it's a G31 chipset. That is a D-Link wireless adapter. Realtek PCIe Fast Ethernet. Is that only 10100? Wow, that's crap. High definition audio device. Yeah. So not a whole lot of interest. See if I can see how much data is left on this hard drive. Well, there's a fair bit, about 200 gigabytes worth. A little bit more than 200 gigabytes worth. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Alright. See if I remember where this tool actually is. Here it is. Yeah, we'll do what you think we're going to do. Alright, candidate Windows partitions. Did I select the wrong one? I want to do a password reset. I guess we're looking at number 2. There we go. I want a password reset. I want to edit. Yes. Administrator. Let's see if it will actually let me do that. We are going to look at that total login count. Blank the password. That is the option that we want. Let's see. I'm going to do... That account is disabled, so I don't think I need to worry about that too much. And that's what I want to see. No password hash. So we can quit. We can quit out of this. We can quit out of that. I want to save. I don't need a new run. And then we can Control-Alt-Delete. You may have noticed that my smearing cleared up. I bumped the cable. Oops. I don't want this. Boot next device. There we go. Change the battery pack. I don't think I will. Smearing is back. Yeah, that cable, if I bump the cable, you can see things start going nuts. So that's what your problem is. I may have to stop the video depending upon what's on this user account. If it would ever load. Come on, computer, I don't have all night. There we go. This is why you should always erase machines before you donate them to thrift stores. Or just don't donate them with hard drives intact. Fortunately, people are better about that. Most of the computers that I see in thrift stores these days don't have hard drives, but there's still a surprising and alarming number of them that do and have everything intact. Clean install the operating system if you have to, like, really. What desktop background is this going to come up with? So far, nothing. Okay. Wow, why is this so slow? Starting something. Somebody organized this in their own way. Adobe Flash Player. Don't think I will do that. It's opening Idiot Exploiter, but that's probably part of that Weather Network thing that just opened. Oh my god. Oh no, it's somebody's email. Yeah, I don't really care about that, and it's not going to load anyway, so. Wow. Come on already. Just go away. It's in the recycle bin. Oh, this thing. Oh my lord. Well, alright. So I found the data. Fortunately, I have not found the porn yet. Maybe I'll get lucky and there isn't any of that on here, but somehow or another, I'm willing to believe. Why is there a user.jscript file here? Oh god. Adware. Nice. That's probably why Malwarebytes is on here. Bitrock. Yeah, there's a fair bit of crap in here. CNET? Really? Oh my gosh. Some songs. Canada Hotel Summary. I'm not going to open that. I'm sure this camera is going to shut off in any second now. Because I will have decided. Friendly letter, no prompts. What's in the documents? Jesus. Okay, well, I'm going to probably... Yeah, I don't want to go through any of that. That's users' data. That's pictures. So that basically tells me who this is. Damn. Okay. Why is that assigned to Media Player Classic? Yeah, so there's definitely some weird stuff going on here. I'll probably take a look at some of it, but I'm going to do that off camera. Alright, I think I am done perusing this. It's a bunch of movies and TV shows. Wow. Talk about a demonstration of your non-existent junk. Holy crap. Anyway, a bunch of TV shows and movies that I'm sure are all legitimately downloaded. A bunch of photos of who I presume own this, and again, presumably their family members. A bunch of tax documents, resume, cover letter, you know, the usual things that people leave behind. A bunch of what I hope are fictions of an erotic nature. So yes, to answer the question I'm sure everybody's asking, I found the porn. And I think what I'm going to do, some other things on here that make me kind of wonder whether or not the person that owned this may or may not have been a danger to themselves, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. There's some music. I may go through the music folder, but the rest of this is going to be incinerated with boot nuke, with impunity. But I'll do that off camera, and I'll do that later. So that's pretty much it for the video, and I can't imagine this camera is going to last much longer, so thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. I'm surprised it made it through the entire video.